The sun had barely risen when I first heard the rhythmic clang of pots and pans echoing through the village. It was a sound that signaled the start of another busy day at Mama Ekaete's kitchen. Nestled in the heart of Umuigwe, a small but lively village, her small wooden shack with its rusted zinc roof had become a gathering place for traders, farmers, and travelers. People swore by her cooking, claiming it had a magic that soothed both the body and soul. Mama Ekaete wasn't just any cook. She was a legend in Umuigwe. Her journey began years ago in her mother's kitchen, where as a child, she had learned to pound yam with a rhythm so precise it could rival the village drummer. Her mother, Mama Neka, was known for her meticulousness, scrubbing every pot until it shone like the midday sun. Ekaete, however, had a different philosophy. "It's the taste that matters," she would say, laughing whenever her mother scolded her for skipping chores. Over time, her bold flavors won hearts, and by her late 30s, Mama Ekaete was a household name. Her jollof rice, rich with a medley of spices, was the pride of Umuigwe. Her nkwobi, a delicacy made from cow foot, was so tender and flavorful that customers often licked their fingers clean. Yet behind the scenes, Mama Ekaete's methods were unconventional. Her kitchen was a whirlwind of activity, and hygiene wasn't always a priority, but no one seemed to mind. "What they don't know won't hurt them," she would mutter under her breath, dismissing complaints from her assistant, Ngozi. It had been 5 years since Mama Ekaete took a leap of faith and opened her kitchen. At first, it was a modest operation with just a few benches and a single stove. But as word spread, the place became a bustling hub. Customers would queue under the scorching sun, their stomachs growling in anticipation. Her fame grew, and so did her confidence. But as the saying goes, pride comes before a fall. One fateful day, a young journalist named Ifunanya arrived in Umuigwe. She had heard tales of Mama Ekaete's legendary cooking and decided to see for herself. Ifunanya wasn't just any journalist. She had a knack for uncovering hidden truths. When she arrived at Mama Ekaete's kitchen early one morning, she was greeted by the intoxicating aroma of frying onions and peppers. But as she lingered near the entrance, she noticed something odd. The kitchen door was slightly ajar, and through the cracks she saw Mama Ekaete at work. What Ifunanya witnessed made her stomach churn. Mama Ekaete, drenched in sweat, scratched her armpit with the same spoon she used to stir a pot of steaming soup. Moments later, she poured water from a bowl, the same bowl she had just used to wash her hands, into the pot. Ifunanya's journalistic instincts kicked in. She pulled out her phone and began recording. Over the next few days, Ifunanya returned, capturing more footage of Mama Ekaete's unsanitary practices. From reusing dirty utensils to leaving raw meat out in the sun, the evidence piled up. Determined to uncover the truth, she began interviewing customers who had complained of stomach issues after eating at the kitchen. Most were reluctant to blame Mama Ekaete. "Her food is too good to cause sickness," one man insisted. But Ifunanya pressed on, determined to connect the dots. When her story went live on her blog, it spread like wildfire. Titled "The Dirty Secret Behind Mama Ekaete's Kitchen," it detailed everything she had witnessed. The accompanying photos and videos were damning. The village was in uproar. "How could she do this to us?" people muttered. Regulars who once sang her praises now felt betrayed. Mama Ekaete's reaction was one of shock and denial. "This is a lie," she exclaimed, when Ngozi showed her the blog post. But as the days passed and the crowd outside her kitchen grew angrier, she realized she couldn't hide from the truth. One evening, she stepped outside to address the villagers. Her voice trembled as she spoke. "I never meant to harm anyone," she said, tears streaming down her face. "I thought the taste of my food would make up for everything else. I see now that I was wrong. I am deeply sorry." Her apology was met with mixed reactions. Some softened, moved by her sincerity. Others were less forgiving. "Sorry won't fix the damage you've done," one man shouted. Mama Ekaete nodded, accepting the criticism. "You're right," she said. "I will shut down my kitchen and take time to learn how to do things the right way." True to her word, Mama Eketi closed her kitchen. She enrolled in a food safety course in a nearby town, determined to rebuild her reputation. It wasn't easy. The classes were challenging, and her fellow students often mocked her lack of knowledge, but she persevered. She also began volunteering at a community kitchen, where she learned the importance of hygiene and proper food storage. Months turned into a year, and Mama Ekete slowly regained her confidence. With her savings, she relocated to a neighboring village and opened a new restaurant under a different name, Golden Spoon. This time, she did things differently. The kitchen was spotless, with an open design that allowed customers to see how their food was prepared. A sign near the entrance proudly declared, "Hygiene is our priority." Word of Golden Spoon spread quickly, and soon it became as popular as her old kitchen. One day, Ifunanya visited the restaurant. Mama Ekete's heart raced when she saw the journalist, but instead of confrontation, Ifunanya smiled and said, "I've heard about the changes you've made. I wanted to see for myself." Ifunanya ordered a plate of jollof rice and chicken. As she ate, she couldn't help but smile. The food was just as delicious as she remembered, but this time, it came with the assurance of safety and care. "You've done well, Mama Eketi," she said, her voice warm. "This is a story worth telling." Mama Eketi's journey became an inspiration. Her story was a reminder that it's never too late to change, to learn, and to make amends. As she stirred a pot of steaming soup one evening, she felt a deep sense of pride. This time, it wasn't just about the taste. It was about doing things the right way. And for the first time in years, she felt truly at peace.